Welcome back to the program. Lou and Jackie here, and boy oh boy, everybody this week is talking art.
Absolutely. It's Art Week and we're getting ramped up for tomorrow, which officially starts the Des Moines Arts Festival, an absolutely free event that's just chock full of amazing artists and art of all kinds. We were talking music earlier, sculpture, painting, film, anything you can think of. It's all downtown for you to experience. So we've been highlighting various artists this week and very excited to have a local artist joining us right now, Chris Vance. Thank you so much for being here.
It's cool that we have artists coming in from all over the globe here coming to Des Moines, but it's even cooler when we have somebody from right here is doing this well.
And doing some incredible work that you can literally see painted on the town. Now, you were the 2017 featured artist, and you're also probably most famously known for some of the murals we see around town, correct?
Yeah, I think that that's a big part of it. As a young kid growing up here, like the counterculture of traveling around the country and going to other arts festivals, it's really cool to have a lot of my friends too in town, and it's kind of my turn to be the ambassador of the Des Moines Arts Festival. Say, hey, Nestor, it's great to have you here in town, and you know, it's great to showcase Des Moines. And as I travel around the country, Des Moines always kind of, people are like, oh, you're from Des Moines? And they all still think we live in the corn. So it's really awesome to bring all these artists to town, and they're like, wow, this is an amazing city. So it's kind of a really cool homecoming as well.
So how long ago did you discover that you had this love of art?
Well, through skateboarding and like seeing graffiti on trains, and I think that's what's really important about my art in particular is I want to bring that into people's homes and have them, when you're, instead of, you know, some people paint landscapes and we all drive down the road and we see clouds or beautiful sunsets, and we all find that beautiful. But some people, when they sit and they watch a train go by, they see that graffiti and they're like, whoa, look at those colors. Wow, that's really amazing. So being able to bring that into people's homes, I think is really important. So for me, through those skateboarding and obviously watching Beavis and Butthead and all these crazy things, I want to try and bring that into people's homes.
Who would ever think that that would be the inspiration to create some awesome art?
Well, obviously it's bringing enjoyment to quite a few people around town, as we're able to see a couple murals that you can see around town. Literally huge.
Now tell everybody where that one is.
That one's actually on my elementary school, Oak Park. I actually collaborated with a lot of young artists. I collaborated with everybody in the school and took all their drawings and actually made a mural out of it.
And this is a very popular one downtown. The thing about this is, maybe even if you don't always understand what you're looking at, every time I see it, it brings a smile to my face. Is that kind of the idea?
Yeah, I mean, I want my artwork to be blissful and fun. And I mean, like that particular mural, there's a lot of message in there through recycling, but it doesn't hit you right in the face.
You kind of have to go, it's one of those, you instantly get the reaction of a smile and brightness, and it kind of brightens your day. But if you go and look at it, there is a deeper message.
Exactly.
Start looking there. Can we go back to that image there for a second, because I just want you to see the scale of this. Because look at the people.
Yeah, the people.
Look at the people. How tall is this thing?
I didn't get out a tape measure and measure it, but I did.
The people are, if they're 5 or 6 feet tall, you know, we're at least.
It's probably
25,
about
30.
It's a 3-story building, so I'm guessing maybe 40. I don't
40?
I don't even.
How
know.
long did it take you to put that together?
That was about 2.5 weeks, but I had a very nice lift, and my work ethic of like being there at like 7 in the morning and working till sunset. It was,
really? That was a nonstop process.
Help that process.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Now, when you do something like this, this is fascinates me. Do you paint? Do you paint the total background? Do you sketch it out with a pencil, or do you just take a paint to brush and then go at it?
It depends on the project. That particular project was laid out. So that building is actually gridded off into 9 sections. So I had done sketch work to get to that point to get ready for that. So I did have it in blocked off and kind of had that as my approach. But then when I get there, it's more about making art. So the building owner came out and he's like, oh, that's a little different than the sketch. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an artist. I'm going to improvise a little bit.
Creative freedom, right?
Exactly.
And you also brought in some pieces. Now, as someone who is local and is excited to highlight our city this weekend, are you going to have a booth that people can come and see your work?
Yep. I'm on Locust, LS21C. I've been there for a long time. Yeah, it's kind of right across from the sculpture with all the letters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
so come on out, and what different pieces are a lot like this, or what are you going to have available for people to check out?
Well, that's one thing. My art is kind of like back and forth. So I actually have some abstract work that is probably a little bit more livable for most homes, and then I have my crazy graffiti influenced stuff. So I have a little bit of something for everybody, in all sizes too, large work, small work.
What's the most unique thing you've ever created some art on?
Well, I've created artwork on stuff I found in a dumpster before.
You have?
Yeah.
What did you find in a dumpster that you turned into a piece of art?
I found a tabletop that was actually in it was in somebody's woodworking studio. Lots of numbers, drawings on it, their sketch work, and I just took it. Had drill marks all over it, so I actually took that and turned it into obviously a wall hanging piece, and worked on top of what they found as junk. I saw as a beautiful piece of something that somebody already collaborated with me.
Wow.
So I mean, you know,
it's amazing. You know, you to be able to see that difference, that depth.
Absolutely, and I love how you can just find art in anything, truly.
Yeah.
And being a local artist, what would you say to others out there? They're like, man, I've always wanted to try something, but I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. What would you say to kind of spark that creative self in them?
well, I think coming this weekend would be a good start, because I would not be where I'm at today without the Des Moines Art Festival. The Des Moines Art Festival, when I first got started, I went when I was graduating college. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be an artist, and it was kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
And I met Jim Oakes and Scott Olson, a couple of artists that were Jim's from Iowa City, and they took time and said, hey, this is how we've made our living. So I think coming down, meeting artists, talking to them, understanding how they've built their business. I mean, for me personally, I've found the art festival has allowed me to meet other artists, and then traveling around the country, I've met other people that have different business approaches. I mean, my business approach is different than other people's.
Yeah.
So I think making art sometimes doesn't have to be about business, but if you are thinking about it as a business, always feel free to stop down and find somebody that's making artwork similar to yours and ask them questions.
How'd you do it?
Yeah.
It can become a reality.
Yeah.
I
Just like
absolutely
your pieces
love
of
it.
art, yeah.
Well, thank you for continuing to be local and supporting our great area, and kind of highlighting the amazing work that is happening right here in the Des Moines Metro. Go check out the Des Moines Arts Festival. Officially kicks off tomorrow. It's free, and you're just going to meet some incredible artists from all over the area, but especially here locally as well. More details at DesMoinesArtsFestival.org.
Chris, thank you, man.
Thank you so much for joining us.
No
this
problem, guys.
Appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. You can stay right here. Just look at the camera and say, don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Go ahead and say that.
We'll be right back.
There you go.